Hello there, YouTube subscribers. Today we've got Leroy's Cobra 142 sent to us. His note says audio wants 100% modulation and wires to the meter. The only thing I can come up with on the wires to the meter, somebody's done taped all this up, so we'll fix all that. We'll heat shrink tube it up and make it nice and pretty. I don't know who did all that, but there's a couple things here I wanted to show. That, I know it's an old trick a lot of guys showed on the internet and this and that, and that's volting the final. The problem is this is something we all did back in the day. I used to do it. Everybody did it. The problem is that final right there. You can't get the final no more. It's a 69, and your only other method of choice is to convert it over to a MOSFET. Some have decent luck with it, some don't, because these are sideband chassis radios. But needless to say, if you see this green wire right here, it's running right down to the regulator. And the bad part about doing this is there's two things. One, of course, it volts the final, gives you all kinds of watts. The second is it's bad for that regulator. And the regulator's right here, and it's an MB3756, which is very hard to come by these days too. You can get the aftermarket NTE replacement. It works, it's just not that great. I've seen a few of these online, but not 100% sure if they're Chinese fakes or not. So, that's without going, saying anything. And we all know that the 69s that are out and available are usually all fakes or knockoffs. So, you kind of got to watch that too. I usually only deal with the legit companies, like RF Parts and so forth. But, needless to say, let's get on with the show. This is a preliminary hookup checkup. I haven't done any work on the radio yet. I do have the lids off of it, just to get a visual inspection. But let's look here. I've got the 50-watt bird slug in here. And this thing's actually doing real good watts, but they're not true. So let's go ahead and at about 3.5 watt dead key. Oh, yeah. Hello. So 11.5, maybe almost 12. But here's the culprit. It's flat topping. So those watts really probably aren't there because it's more splatter than anything. And the peak, the peak gives it away because it's only doing about 20 peak. So I don't know. There we go. Hello. Well, right now it's going to show me 25, but I had 20 out of it with the tone going into it. So, but yeah. We're going to go in here, we're going to fix this thing up. She's going to be clean, mean, and so forth and whatnot. We'll be back with an update. Hey guys, back on Leroy's 142. Got everything done up for him. Did a couple other things that weren't really on his note, but full realignment. Of course, that goes with any of the tunes that I do here. We set the biasing, went through the receive, set all the frequency, realigned the transmitter, realign the receiver, like I said, frequency, check sidebands. Everything's good to go, man. This is a really nice radio, Leroy. Really clean. Somebody's taking really good care of it. As far as, the inside, I was happy to see nobody clipped out the limiters or nothing. They just used the AMC pot to adjust. Great, man. The only thing I just wasn't happy with was the volting of the final. And I'm going to show you that when we're done because we actually have put that back on the TP. So no more volting of the final. That's good to go now. And we're still making the same watts. Actually, we got a little bit more. So that's even better. And you're not volting the final. And you're not putting any undue stress on that regulator chip. Which I explained in the first video is getting hard to get. So nobody likes the radios to be down. Right now I'm passing a signal through it with my signal generator. So as you can see, we've got the S meter set. Everything's calibrated. I did button up your wires. I'll turn the radio around here in a minute and show you that. I'm just going to click the signal generator off. It's really close. 00 would be perfect, but being that that's a 7-digit freak counter, sometimes it's real hard to get them dead nuts perfect. Plus, I like to see the radios warm up a little bit, and then I'll reset them. So let's get on with the show. I really don't have the complete reference up. Let's see if we can fix that. Because what happens is it'll blast off my scale a little bit. Let's go up to the next one. Okay. And as you see, it blasts off my scale some. So, you definitely said you wanted 100% modulation. I gave you the bonus. You got about a little over 200%. Let me snatch this down some so we can get a better look. Whoa, way too high. Went the wrong way. Alright, there we go. So, a lot better. I'd like to see the negatives a little tighter, but hey, that's a-okay with me. It's still good. No problems there, no flat topping. It'll work out real good. I mean, some of it could be the microphone I'm using. It's not my normal mic. I usually like these style Galaxy mics right here that's hanging up. They seem to pass really good audio. But I don't know what you're going to run for a microphone. If you're going to run a power mic, whatever, you'll have to use the Dynamic to do all that. Okay, let's get on with the show here. And I'll show you what she's doing for some wattage, man. Okay, so we're back around your 4 watt. We're still on a 50 watt slug. See if we can get this thing to focus in some. Hard to do with one hand and holding this phone. And this is with my voice. Oh yeah, on. So we still got your 11, and then up here on the RMS peak. Oh yeah, about 26. And then let's look at bird peak. Oh yeah, so maybe a hair over 35. So not bad. Not having a voltage final. Turned out really good. You're not flat topping no more. You're definitely, it's going to be a screamer. These are really good radios too, talking wise. 142's got some really good audio to them. And let's turn off the signal generator. I'm going to let me see if I can get this to turn around some and show you how we did your wires in here real quickly. But we got them all shrink tubed up. You know, resoldered all the wires. It wasn't a real good solder job on them to begin with. Retied the wires up with a wire tie so they're not all loosely hanging around. So hopefully that's what you wanted. Everything's buttoned up in here. Looks good. Like I said, really clean radio. Really surprised me. Turned out really great. One of the radios I wouldn't have had to call you on to recap it. Most of these older radios I have to start recapping now, but looks like either somebody's done yours or this is an older version. I really didn't look at the back yet. But usually it's these electrolytics that have to be replaced out because they just start getting old and drying up. But plus they're 10 volters in a lot of radios. Yours aren't. Yours are mostly 16 volters, which is great. Like I said, nobody's volted up the power supply. Nobody's, now the final's not volted up. So, and the limiters are still in it. Great. This is wonderful. All right, guys, we're done here, man. We're going to move on to the next project. So we'll see you in the next video. Well, Stickman at the No Name MCB shop. If this is something that you have that you'd like to have done, give us a shout. We'll help you out. We'll see you. Bye-bye.